All right, just keep knocking these out. Okay, time to start. Got ourselves, we're on the reverse snake draft now. 4 cases in total for this break. For those that aren't familiar with it, basically what we do is each one of these breaks is for 2 cases. The first case we open gets drafted 1 to whatever it ends. The second case drafts backwards, number 30 to 1, whatever. I don't remember how many spots it is. This stack is in order. Rittenhouse numbers are cases, so we just take them right from there. And this is probably going to be it for tonight, since by the time I finish, it's going to be 1 o'clock in the morning. So I do have work tomorrow. Let's see, there's our case topper. We're 3 for 3. The North remembers. So first case was really nice. We hit the Dinklage Turner dual autograph booklet. Second case was not nearly as good. So hopefully case number 3 will turn it back around again. There's a foil. It's just using the first 2 cases as my small sample size. We had 2 dual autographs in the first case. We got 3 dual autographs in the second case. So quotables, we had 1 relic in the first case, 2 relics in the second. We got a sketch in the first case, no sketch in the second. Trying to think. The map marker, Dragonstone marker, which the checklist says that there's supposed to be 1 a case. We've gotten 2 in both cases. So foil. I think everything else is pretty much on the money with what we get. These wrappers open very easily, which is nice, but the fact that we have to save the wrappers for the points is not nice. This is a gold relationships. Hey Russell, what TriStar break? We did the two cases. I don't think Blowout has any more, unless they got them in, and I didn't see them. Last I checked, they were out. Foil. When we right after the break finished of the second one, there was a third case up on Blowout's website, but it was only there for like a day, and then it was gone. So unless they got it, like I said, unless they got it back up. The last time I checked, which there's a gold, which was probably over the weekend, they didn't have any on the website. I know, who was it? I was just talking with somebody. They did buy a case. They're hoping to get it by Friday. They said they post that up, what they get out of it, but that's all I know. Because let's see, what else? Somebody pulled the Back to the Future lithographs. The Indina Menzel autograph Frozen doll got pulled. We pulled the Spielberg movie print, and we pulled the Taylor Swift CD framed piece. Let's see. I only watched like one other break. I know there's been a few online. I have not heard of anybody pulling that Robin Williams album cover. And there was something else big. Oh, well, the Brie Larson helmet. Well, this first box is going to be a rough start. Now, I did submit breaks for another case in 1969, historic autographs. Somebody had asked about that, because that had gone down some. The CZX Outlander, that dropped a lot. I think they're just trying to get rid of it at this point. I don't know what Beautiful Death. I don't know what the direct cost on that was, but I mean they're down to $8.25 a case. I think it was. Oh, I submitted another DC, the Superhero Supervillains, the CZX, because that went down a little bit more. And somebody finally posted up somebody pulled a dual autograph, the Wonder Woman Superman one. So they are out there. And that last break we did, the two cases, they were really good. So figured might as well press our luck. I'll also, I haven't done it yet, I will be submitting an archive box break of Game of Thrones Season 8 and 2019 Stellar number 3. All right. Beautiful Death number 72. Andy Kelliger. I think we pulled the Valerian version of him in the last case. And Wilf Scolding just says Game of Thrones. Yeah, I don't remember what it came out to, but the DC break, I think it was 40 something dollars now a spot. it went down to, I think. Unless I might be getting it mixed with Outlander. You know, I think I am. I want to say the DC, it might have gone down to $51. Now that I'm thinking about it. Always check and see if I see a super thick pack. Yeah, I hope Stellar number 2, because Stellar number 1, I thought we did really nice. And we got the Wrigley Driver dual 1 of 1, and then the other 1 of 1s weren't anybody special, but we still got 3 altogether. Quotables, what was it, Warwick Davis and Lars Mickelson. Just the foil. Did you join Stellar too? Ugh, autograph number 1, not good. Foil. Okay. Yeah, I knew I had the 1 card here. Beautiful Death. Like, these Stellar breaks are way too rich for my blood, but I was half tempted to join in one of them because that reproduction sketch set is actually really nice. And holy cow, that thing weighs a ton. It's got to weigh 20 pounds because they're all silver framed cards. So foil. That's like the empty box from 2019. I think it weighs 13 pounds with all the foam packaging and everything. And it's so big, I don't have a box to put it in to even try and save a little bit of weight. Oh my god, I couldn't even imagine what the shipping would be for you. Gotta be like $200. There's gold. So that's the one good thing about when you join these kind of breaks that have something like that set in there, is that I was noticing that some of the cards, you know, some people just didn't want that set. They would rather have an autograph. So that set has a value, in my opinion, way higher than um, way higher than than some of the autographs that were picked, before it. I was talking with a friend of mine, and he had said that this was maybe 2 weekends ago now, that when everything was just starting to kind of go crazy, I think it was airfare to Italy from, I don't know if it was from, I guess it was probably from Philadelphia. It was like $200. The funny thing is that the ticket for the seat is probably cheaper than the cost of the luggage. If you were to put that in as a piece of luggage. All right, what we got here for our first acetate card, the Hound. This is number 16. And we got Beautiful Death, number 70. Valerian version of Staz. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean, because there's, people that would rather, they just don't want the set and they want the autographs. So they're taking autographs that might be worth half that above the set. And Bella Ramsey, but she only wrote Game of Thrones. Boo. I would have been happier if the ones where they just wrote Game of Thrones, just don't even bother. It's not worth, just not worth it. But that's what I meant though, because Root Leaf, he took the sketch set. Oh, excuse me. It makes sense because he's in a lot of sketches. But that went low enough that if somebody would have sold their spot, the spot would have probably been $150 cheaper than that. No super thick packs. Foil. Quotable. Do you have any of the silver framed cards from Masterworks? Because I mean that's what they are, except it's the sketch reproduction. And the sketches are the silver framed also, even though they're 5x7s, so they're really thick. Foil. There's gold. Yeah, if you ever had the ability to, I would think something like that, I would get it framed. I bet you that would look really nice. Foil. So Russell, do you have any social restrictions right now where you're at? You have to be in groups of a certain number, or you have to be so far away from people? You need a man cave. Let's see, House Bolton MM8 for the map marker. Relationships. There's a foil. Yeah, most everything's closed now, except for, you know, like grocery stores. I always say I'm not changing anything about my habits, but it's pretty easy considering my habit 99% of the time is I go to work and I come home. And if I go anywhere else, it's just usually to a grocery store or pick something up. Yeah. I mean, the part of it that I don't understand though is the whole if they're doing all these restrictions to avoid contact to lessen the spread of it, and you know they say flatten the curve, and also that most younger healthy people, if they get it, some of them might not even know they have it because it might just look like a plain old cold to them, and it's also flu season on top of that. So how many people are going to be sick and just stay home and they never get counted towards, you know, these numbers? And we end on a foil. All right, Donald Sumter, and he's got Maester Lewin. And we got, here's a better one, Joe Dempsey. Yeah, we're sort of the same thing. I still go to work, you know, go to my office. I can work from home if I needed to, but most of the time we don't actually have to meet with our clients. We can do everything, you know, through email. Gold. Oh my, it is ridiculous. I've told this story 10 times now, but Saturday we went just to do our normal weekly grocery shopping. I don't put any credence into this. Everybody's going crazy stocking up. I really, that part of it is solely to blame on the news, and that they're just scaring everybody into doing this. Gold relationships, number 68. I had to go to 3 stores just to do my normal grocery shopping for the week. And it was ridiculous. And even just tonight on my way home, I stopped and we're picking up the dumbest things just because. I went to pick up some salad and ice cream, and the pre-packaged like bag salads was pretty much gone. All the paper goods were gone. The water was gone. Most of the meat products were gone. The Hot Pockets were gone. Foil, I mean, the people are fighting over, you know, toilet paper. And you know, I mean, I guess the only good thing about it is at least toilet paper doesn't go bad. So if you have 200 rolls of it. Quotables. Foil. No, we're not that far along yet. He took his SATs last weekend. We've just been going through. He was actually supposed to go to a college fair. That got canceled. We have to wait, you know, wait for the results for the SAT test, and then we can, and then he can kind of filter out some of the schools he was looking at, so we can actually go and visit them, or whether, you know, see them at a fair or whatever it may be. Yeah, his whole thing's all messed up. He's got his club soccer team is all postponed for a month. His indoor soccer was postponed right now. School's postponed, which means the varsity volleyball's been postponed. I think the prom is still set. I don't think they canceled or moved that yet. relationship. Well, we have that now. They have let me just look at these real quick. Hannah Waddingham. And Ian White Snow. We have a thing set up. They had so last week they know it was coming, that they were going to be shut down. So last week they started going over with the kids, you know, what they were going to do, and then Monday they had a half a day, and we're given packets and told, you know, so if you have internet access, you go to the school's website, and there's these teacher and parent portals there where it tells you your work and what you have to submit and what you have to do. But we're trying to kind of treat it, at least my wife is trying to treat it like they're at school, so they can't, no video games until after their work's done. Foil. Alright, we got a relic. I'm with you. I couldn't do it. I'd be fired in a day. Foil. Quotables. Foil. Let's see. Is this going to be a gold? I don't know. I don't think we pulled the gold out of here, right? It seems to be in the backpack more than not. No, it's a foil. Unless we already did it, I don't remember now. Relationships. You know how you had posted above about how all the movie theaters are closed? I had gotten a thing to take a survey, an email, and it was about if you would pay, it's like $29.95 to stream a movie that was playing in the theaters now, since you can't go and see it. Well, at least the Relic was, at least we got a Relic in this box. Yeah, except for the Joe Dempsey. These autographs are not good in this case either. It didn't really get into specifics, but there weren't any movies that it listed that I would even be interested in. But it was just, like I said, it was just a survey. It wasn't actually like, here, take, like it wasn't saying, would you like to watch, James Bond, since that got pushed back to November. Like, I wanted to go see Bloodshot, but I heard the movie wasn't good. But I love the comic book, and I'm not going to pay $30 to watch a crappy movie. I mean, I'll at least want to see it in the theater. Yeah, now that you say that, I didn't hear anything about Black Widow. I would think that's going to get pushed back. All right, Paul Rattray. We had gotten him in the first case. Don't believe we got him in the second case. Susan Brown. This is our Game of Thrones case. But at least we got VR-15 Daenerys Relic. Yeah, you see, that's the movies that are going to get hurt, though, like Bloodshot. Ones that did release. I mean, unless they're going to, like, re-release them once the theaters open back up. Well, I still have my full run of Bloodshot. And I started picking up the new ones again, the re-release, but I kind of gave up. And I have part of my run of XO. Foil. And a couple other odds and ends. But Bloodshot was my favorite. Quotables. I don't remember which one. What was Rise Zero? I don't remember what the cover looked like. There's a gold. As you know, when I look at them sometimes though, and like Bloodshot 1 was one of the chromium covers where they basically had the like a 4x6 chromium card and they just glued it onto the cover. Oh, okay. I remember that now that you say that. Oh, got ourselves a sketch. Don't see a name on the front. Don't see a name on the back. Huh, don't see a name. Yeah, I always wanted to go back and re-get some of the old comics that I had. I thought it'd be neat to get a full run of Spawn. That's a pretty large run. I don't have any left from what I had. There's quotables. Oops. All right, so maybe your memory's better than mine now. Was Rye Zero one of the was that one of the books that had the coupons in it? Foil. I never collected them, but I had bought the Harbinger Zero, which was the mail-in book that you needed all the coupons for. Yeah, I didn't keep barely any of my comic books. But some of the Valiant books, like I never really. Solar was okay. I never really liked Turok. I didn't like Ninjak. Yeah, I liked Rye, I liked Exo, and I liked Bloodshot. Didn't care for Archer and Armstrong. Now, I did read was it Harbinger? When the Valiants came back out, a few years ago. I think it was Harbinger I read there, and I think it was pretty good. The only thing modern that I read, or read, I should say, is I buy the Walking Dead trade paperbacks, and I'm still a couple behind there. I don't know if they finished, the trade paperbacks finished or not. And something, oh, I bought all the Marvel Zombies. I don't know if they ever put any more of those out. Foil. And relationships. And a foil. Okay, let's start. We got another friggin' Game of Thrones inscription. Try to open this up. Yeah, I can't remember when I stopped. You know, let's do the sketch. It's a decent. We got a good autograph. So I can't find any. I don't see any name, any initials on here. I mean, there's some markings up there, but I'm pretty sure they're just a window or a ledge or something. And Dean Charles Chapman and Lena Headey dual autograph. Focus. There it goes. Yeah, they definitely didn't hold up value-wise, which is kind of amazing because I mean they were huge in the early 90s, and I mean the storylines all worked together with each other. I mean it was a very well done company. Quotables. I'm not sure. TV series Sarah Connor. I don't know what you mean there. Foil. There's a gold. Foil. Oh, okay. I never watched it. Another foil. Quotables. Foil. foil. That's interesting. I'm going to keep these out for a second. Usually you get one autograph in each half, but unless I missed it. I don't see it. Guess they're both going to be on the other side. Oh, map marker. This is DM2, House Lannister. I know the name, but never watched Dark Fate, so I can't comment. My my watching habits. I don't watch a whole lot of TV. It's one of those things where, like, when I'm done with this, I go upstairs, I'll put the TV on, whatever's on, and then I just fall asleep. Sometimes I'll try and I've been trying to finish. I don't know if you watch anime, but Bleach. Been watching that on Tubi, but it's hard to watch when you're going to bed because it's not dubbed; it's subtitled. I really wanted to watch The Boys, but whatever channel it's on, I don't get it. There's auto number 1. Oh, okay. Now, is that, I'm just trying to remember which is which. I know I definitely didn't see the movie that just came out. But the one before that was the one with Christian, what was it Christian Bale? Well, the first time they did Terminator 3, the one with that Christina Locan, that one was pretty bad. Foil. And I don't know, maybe, Terminator 1, it was innovative, which made it, good. Terminator 2 just overall was a great movie. It was a lot of fun. And then Terminator 3 just stunk. And then whatever the one after that, and then maybe I'm getting the wrong, maybe it's not Christian Bale. Alright, Rupert Van Sittart. And he wrote Bronze John. Yeah, there we go. And we got ourselves Pilu Asbak and Mark Rissman duel. Oh, so I missed 2 Terminators. I don't I don't know if I saw Genesis. I'd have to see it again and remember if I did or not. Now Terminator, let's see. So Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. That's the Christina Loken or Loken, and the guy that was in that TV show Carnival on HBO. Foil. Quotable. Yeah, Nick Stahl, that was his name. I remember he was in the news not that long ago because he had a lot of substance abuse problems, I believe. Yeah, I love that show Carnival. That was on HBO. It was a shame that they couldn't finish it. Relationships. There's a foil. And not 100% sure because, again, another show I didn't watch, but the blonde, she might have been in the like Battlestar Galactica or something like that. Autograph. Foil. Well, we gotta hit some. We've only pulled one acetate card and none of the metal cards. So we've got 4.5 boxes to go. And there should be 2 metal cards and 3 more acetate cards. Plus 2 more Beautiful Death and a Beautiful Death Gold, it looks like. Okay, I just remember being in something. Foil. And a quotable. Gold. You know, it's not that I gave up on it, but there's just barely anything out there, so, you know, I get what I get when I find it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 8. Alright, so we're good. Haven't missed any golds. You know, for, months, there was one sketch, but it was I think it was an artist proof. And it was just like it was like $129, and then it whoever it was wasn't in the States, so then it was like another $25 in shipping. And I couldn't do it. Theon for the acetate card. And then after that, all that's on that I can find are those Injustice video game cards. But in the sketch group break on Blowout, somebody drew Solomon Grundy, so I'll go for that. But I probably have around 10 sketches, and most of the cards you could get. A couple of printing plates from Supervillains. I think just in general, if I had more time to really look at it and do stuff with it, I would be more into it. Okay. Gold, Paolo Dianasati. That's our first gold. And not like valuable, but I really like this particular inscription. I don't know, something about the shame. I can just hear the bell ringing. But just focus. Why will this ever focus? Close enough. It says shame. There's our gold. Foil. And we got ourselves our acetate card, and it is Tyrion. Yeah, I never read the book, so I can't. I mean, I know that people have been waiting a long time for the last book. I don't know how long it took them to write the first ones. And then how much would he change from how they finished the show? Autograph number 1. Quotables. Foil. Relationships. Foil. Thought I felt the metal card, but don't think so. Oh, it dropped a 3. You just knocked somebody off. Well, there's usually one person who is in the break and they just they have the volume turned off. They just kind of have it on in the background. Beautiful Death. Foil. Quotables. You're not missing a ton, Mike. Well, you saw the first 2 cases. So you saw what case 2 was. So we're on case 3. It's better than case 2, but not a ton. What do we get here? Joe Dempsey. We got Dean Charles Chapman, Lena Headey duel. We got the Pilo Asback and that Rissman duel that we got in the first case. I don't remember any of the inscriptions being anything crazy. Remember, you still have a whole nother case. We did get our relic is Denarius. Richard Dormer, full bleed. Yes, we did get a Bella Ramsey. Her inscription just said Game of Thrones. Let me we got a lot of Game of Thrones. We got Wolf Scolding says Game of Thrones. There it is. Bella Ramsey says Game of Thrones. Donald Sumter, Ian White, Susan Brown, Sybil Kikili, Rupert Vansittart. We did get the shame, the Hannah Waddingham. And Blood something. What is this one? Bloody Lannisters. We did get a sketch also, Mike, but it is not signed at all. All right, 3 boxes left in this, and then I'm calling it a night. So 3 boxes left. We haven't hit any of the metal cards yet, the For the Thrones. And let's see, and we still got one more beautiful deck, I believe. There's our gold. Foil. Foil again. Quotables. Foil. Yeah, that's the metal card. I can feel the soft sleeve. Something's a little bit, wider right there. Autograph. Got the Jon Snow one. He's back from the dead. No, they go here. Relationships. foil. Yeah, on that second autograph. Foil. Let's see. So what we really got to hope for is maybe a third duel, a second relic, on top of good autographs, obviously. A little divot in that card. 60 card base set, but all the damage to the base cards. I wonder how many sets I'm going to be making. Foil. Quotable. And foil. Alright, gold of Oliver Ford Davies. Alright, what's our inscription say? A girl is no one. So at least we got an actual line there. That doesn't want to focus as usual. Oh, there you go. Oh. 2 more boxes. Only 2 boxes to go, Russell. Actually, don't feel that bad. I wish I could keep going, but my real job calls. Foil. Other 2, it's other 3. Here's the other metal card. This is one of the images from one of the... Is this one of the promos from season 1? I mean, this image has been used before. The charity of my choice is my pillow. All right, so not counting 3 more chances at a good autograph, we can hope for a second relic. And that's really it. I mean, we're also due another, might be a gold beautiful death. I'm not sure if we got one of those or not. I'd have to look at my stack there. There's a quotable. Foil. Foil. I don't think there's anything. There's no others. Oh, wait a minute. We might have another something here. Nope. Felt different. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Relationships. Foil. Nothing special. So we got 2 more chances in our last box for a good autograph. There's our beautiful death. Yeah, so we still have a gold beautiful death card, so I guess it's going to be in that last box. Kind of, you know what's funny is like, not that last part about 2:30 till 4, but I have this thing that I'll do on purpose. Is I will fall asleep on the sofa in the living room because I know I'll wake up early on it. So I just go, I'm just going to sit down for a minute and watch a little television. And my wife's always like, who are you kidding? And then, like, so I did that last night, actually. So I woke up at 4 a.m. So the work I would have done the night before, I did it in the morning. And a quotable. Why do I feel like I did not get the gold out of that one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess I did. 11. All right, beautiful death. 68. Valerian version of Ian Beatty. Beatty. I'll go with Beatty. And what do we got here? Family Duty Honor. Clive Russell. One more. It's actually pretty easy. That inscription list is so big. So now that booklet that we pulled in the first case, is that the other autographs? So that booklet, then you got the Turner Auto Relic, McCann Maisie. It's just a dual. So there's only one booklet, and then the Auto Relic. Okay. I don't know, for some reason I thought there was more than one booklet. No, not yet. I was just asking if there was. For some reason, I thought there was more than one booklet. Maybe I was thinking like Star Trek Inflections has the 3 booklets. There's our inscription. Nothing to write home about. So, you are correct, unfortunately. 3 cases and no Rose Leslie inscription for you. So I would think you'd actually be okay with that since you just bought one. Or did you want 2? You know, like bookends? Relationships card. I want the cursing bronze. That's what I want. I just want to see if they actually put them in packs. Foil. Or, you know, maybe they save those just for the archive boxes, or they didn't put them in at all. I don't know. When I checked this morning, or might have been lunchtime, I know I saw a bunch, but I didn't see any of the cursing versions. Quotables. foil. And I'm not going to read through the whole checklist, but maybe it's a Ben Crompton. Had one where he cursed. There's our Gold Beautiful Death. Foil. Quotable. Foil. And foil. So we got a gold, this Chukwuemeka. So we got him in every single case. So technically he was the most common for us in these first three cases. Cause or no, we got three of Arrow guy. Ian McElhinney, Sir Barristan Selmy. Oh, I forgot to open a pack. Let me see what's in this one. Oh, look. We got something in this last pack. It appears to be another Peter Dinklage, Sophie Turner dual autograph book. Sorry. I saw that thick pack when I took them out of the box, so I said it either had to have been that or it had to have been the Turner relic auto. Okay, recap. Obviously, the duel saves us. Our relic was Denarius, which was nice. We got two duels, the Pilo Asbeck, Mark Risman, who cares? And then we got Dean Charles Chapman and Lena Headey. Our golds were terrible. We did get a bordered of Joe Dempsey, which is nice. Our Valerians, I don't think were anybody either. Nothing special on the Valerians. full bleeds, we did get Richard Dormer. The other two, who cares? And then on the inscriptions, I was looking for the Tom Walsh, whatever. A Girl Is No One. Bloody Lannisters for Caitlin Stark. We got the Shame, Hannah Waddingham. We got a lot that all just said Game of Thrones. Ian White said Snow. They just said his name. Bella Ramsey, Game of Thrones. I know you were asking about that, Mike. Wolf Scolding, Game of Thrones. And we did get a sketch. I could not see any name on this thing whatsoever, but we did get a sketch. All right, so so far the first three cases that we opened, case one is still our best case, I believe. This would be right behind it, and then case two was kind of a stinker. I'll have to check, because in case... we had a good inscription in case one. I don't remember which one it was. Anyway, okay, so that's it for tonight. I wish I could keep going, but it's after 1 my time, and I have to go to work. And I have to leave in 6 hours, so I need to go upstairs and get myself to bed quickly. So I will see everybody tomorrow night. I'm going to try and start earlier than I did tonight. I was really hoping to start around 7:30, but started at 8. I never seem to get able, I'm never able to start on time. Just the way it goes. So thanks for watching. Come back tomorrow for the other 3 cases, and then I will scan everything Friday and get all the lists together for whatever needs to be listed, and hopefully have everything up for Saturday, and then we can start drafting. Obviously, the number 1 picks on most of these are going to be pretty easy. So, again, thanks for watching. Join my Facebook group, iFish73 Non-Sport Group Breaks, and see you guys tomorrow.